Hello, I'm Riley Rooney, a planner at the City of Minnetonka. If you have any questions after viewing this presentation, please feel free to contact me by phone or email as noted on the slide before you. This is the staff presentation for the Hamacher Residence Variance application for the May 14th Planning Commission meeting. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission adopt the resolution approving the variance request for the reconstruction of the home at 2819 Mackenzie Point Road. Our recommendation to approve the request requires 5 affirmative votes from Planning Commissioners. The subject property is located north of County Road 101 in the far western border of the City of Minnetonka along the lake. The house sits roughly 150 feet back from the front property line towards the lake. The property is relatively flat with its lowest elevation along Lake Minnetonka, and it was recently sold to the current property owner in November of 2025. These are additional images of the house that exists on site today. This is from the southwest looking northeast towards the lake, and a picture by the lake looking northwest towards Mackenzie Point Road. The current property owner is requesting to reconstruct the existing single-family home utilizing the existing foundation. Because the existing structure is already located within several required setbacks, the reconstruction requires variances related to the side yard, rear yard, shoreline, and floodplain standards. The proposal does not expand on the existing non-conforming footprint in a way that would increase impacts to neighboring properties or to the lake. The project also proposes no net increase in impervious surface coverage on site. The images before you indicate the existing elevations and the proposed elevations. This is the existing home to the left and the proposed on the right. These elevations are from Lake Minnetonka looking towards Mackenzie Point Road. This is the opposite viewpoint from Mackenzie Point Road looking east towards the lake. Additional elevations show the property from the north looking south for both existing and proposed, and from the south looking north for both the existing and proposed. City may approve variance from city code requirements if all of the variance standards are met. Staff finds that the proposal meets the zoning intent as the reconstruction maintains the existing setbacks, which are generally consistent with nearby homes along Mackenzie Point Road, and will not significantly impact the building line or spacing of the neighborhood. The proposal meets the shoreline and floodplain intent as no additional impervious surface is proposed, and grading improvements will restore areas around the foundation to meet or slightly exceed the floodplain elevation, therefore reducing flood risk on site. The proposal is consistent with the comprehensive plan by supporting reinvestment in the existing residential property while maintaining additional shoreline disturbance. Before you is a table which outlines the required standards, the existing standards, and what's proposed. Lastly, when you review the practical difficulty standards, staff found that practical difficulty does exist on site, as the request is reasonable, allowing the reconstruction of the existing home with no significant expansion of setbacks, no increase in impervious surface coverage, and improved floodplain conditions. There are unique lot conditions, including the narrow lot width, proximity to the lake, existing development pattern of the neighborhood, and floodplain constraints which prevent full compliance even if the structure was relocated elsewhere on the property. Lastly, the neighborhood character would not be altered as the reconstruction maintains the existing footprint orientation and establishes a shoreline development pattern consistent with the surrounding homes. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission adopt the resolution approving the variance request for the reconstruction of the home at 2819 Mackenzie Point Road. A motion to approve the variance application will require 5 affirmative votes from Planning Commissioners. If you would like to comment on this project, please use the public comment button on the Hamacher Residence webpage at minnetonkaMatters.com. All written comments submitted will be provided to the Planning Commission before their meetings. The Planning Commission will review this project on May 14th at 6 p.m. Thank you again for viewing this presentation.